Speech. I didn't know what to say about Steve, so I went to his instructors, and they each sent me some stuff about him, so I'm going to read what they said. Steve is a model student, dedicated and hardworking. His character displays attributes of leadership, strength, and honor amongst his classmates. He is a trendsetter and is someone you could go to for assistance and support. His integrity and sense of direction will, in my professional opinion, take him far in life and throughout his endeavors. I truly hope that he makes level 8 in WOW sooner than he hopes. I don't know what that means. There has to be a day or two Steve has been absent from school due to this dedication. In all fairness, I will not be surprised if he makes a real difference in the area of the career he has chosen. I wish you all the best. Steve has been in my class and has proven to be exceptional in several aspects. First, Steve is exceptionally intelligent. Incidentally, graduated with the highest mark highest average in class, 95%. He proved to be a very quick study, learning the elements of experimental of wind turbine. He got maximum marks in my class. I wonder who that is. Furthermore, his questions were always thoughtful. Steve threw himself into his assigned projects and shown every sign of having real talent in all aspects of wind turbine. That was the first. The second, shorter. Second, Steve is exceptionally diligent and hardworking. Third, Steve is very good at work with other people. He is exceptionally nice. His attitude and team worker skills help him to fit into any organization easily. At the end, I am sure Steve will have a very bright future. We would like to take a moment and thank... Oh, sorry. Next thing. That's all.
So, just to start, a friend of mine wrote the following and it struck a chord in me and how profoundly true it was. No means yes. In all new chapters and goals, we face the path of the unknown, as well as doors opening and shutting, some of which we do not have control over. When our mind is set on a goal, fiercely motivated in that unstoppable, pure positive mode, a no can crush us and make us question our entire plan. How about this instead? No is amazing. No gets you one step closer to yes. No helps you not waste your time on things that are just going to take away energy and distract you from your highest potential. So thank the no's in your life, because yes is everywhere. It helps you get all the yeses you deserve, streamlined like a sharpshooter. Keep that close to your chest. So when I was told that I'd been chosen as valedictorian for our class, it was with mixed feelings. I was excited and honored at being selected, and then also nervous because, hey, valedictorian means I have to give a speech, and I think everyone in the WIN program knows my thoughts towards public speaking. As I was brainstorming ideas on what to talk about, one thought kept surfacing in my mind. It's a bit cliche, but it has been the undercurrent through our entire school year. Teamwork. Looking back, I have to say that I feel we did something very special. The group of us all had very different backgrounds coming in together. We definitely became more than the sum of our parts. With disparate backgrounds from academia to manufacturing and trades to the service industry and all points between, there was never hesitation to ask or offer help when needed. We all had concepts we struggled with, where we wanted nothing more than to pound our fist on the desk, stand up and shout, "Steven, smash!" But the rest of us would rally around to try and give a different way of looking at it, sometimes as many as 8 different ways, and work through it as a team. It was not covered in a chapter in a textbook or the answer to a question on an exam, but I feel hands down this was our most important lesson while students at Willis College. In addition to the bond formed in our class, our families and the instructors and the staff also deserve praise. We certainly would not have been able to succeed in our endeavors the way we did without one another, and behind all of us were our supportive family members. It was a bit of a risk entering this field of study and embarking on the journey we undertook. Some of us faced very difficult decisions along the way. I certainly do not envy them in the choices that they had to make, and the relief in their voices when saying their families understood and were behind them was almost palpable. From all of us to all of you, thank you. Ron, V, Adrian, Christine, everyone on the front staff made Willis College feel more like a home than a second school. A second home than a school. A friendly face anywhere you looked, stopping to talk for a minute or two to see how our day was going or to share how theirs was. Current events, stories from our past to philosophies on life in general. It all helped foster an environment that we wanted to be in. Without the groundwork they laid, our instructors would have had a much more difficult time doing the fine job they did. Lisa started out as our computer applications instructor and then also took over to teach maths as well. More than anything, I appreciate that she pushed us out of our comfort zones early in the year, having us present a small talk to the class and the entire school staff. It was also a relief that she managed not once to tell us to pick a window. Teaching Microsoft applications to a class with a majority of Macintosh users who made no bones about being vocal with our preferred platform, I'm sure was trying at the best of times. Ian was with us on a couple of occasions through the year. We were able to walk the walk, and his help in rounding out our education with more business-oriented skills has made sure that we can also talk the talk. We spent quite a long time with Maurizio, but he made sure it never felt that way. From tales of flying airplanes to fixing security equipment in prisons to MacGyvering displays at trade shows, his grounding of abstract concepts and theories into real-world examples was invaluable in owning the knowledge coming into us instead of merely absorbing it. Madi had the difficult task of stepping into a group that had worked together relatively unchanged for over 4 months. And given the broad scope of material to cover about the wind energy industry, it seems almost impossible even now that we would have learned as much as we did during that month. I like to think of him as being a guide for us as we scaled the mountains of information before us. Our success was our own, but it would not have been possible without him there to point us in the right direction and answer our many questions along the way. I could see just how far we had all come while on a tour of PowerStream's facility in Vaughan. Being able to hold our own when speaking to anyone there, be they the engineers in the control room to senior management guiding us around, we'd come a long way from individuals just sort of looking for a new job somewhere to a group of passionate, knowledgeable wind energy technicians. Being the first graduating class in a program that's brand new to our school for our relatively new industry in Canada, it feels appropriate to close with the words of Robert Frost. 2 roads diverged in a yellow wood, and sorry I could not travel both. And be one traveler, long I stood, and looked down one as far as I could, to where it bent in the undergrowth. Then took the other as just as fair, and having perhaps the better claim, because it was grassy and wanted wear. Though as for that, the passing there had warned them really about the same. And both that morning equally lay in leaves no step had trodden black. Oh, I kept the first for another day. Yet knowing how way leads on to way, I doubted if I should ever come back. I shall be telling this with a sigh, somewhere ages and ages hence. 2 roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference.